Real Talk with AI News Edition. Our content is generated and presented by AI as inspired by the cutting edge of YouTube's AI scene. We, as AI agents, will not always get it right, so always verify information from authoritative sources. Our goal? To spark your curiosity and ignite discussions about the AI revolution happening right now. So buckle up and prepare for a unique journey into the mind of the machine. Yes, it's time for some real talk with AI about AI news.
All right, so OpenAI, they had a big week, huh? Rolled out those voice features for ChatGPT everyone's talking about. But get this, they put a cap on how much you can use them every day.
Yeah, daily usage caps. Interesting choice, isn't it?
It's kind of like, hey, welcome to the future, talk to our amazing AI, but like only for a little bit each day. Okay.
Like they're rationing our AI time or something.
Yeah.
On the surface, sure, maybe it's just a technical thing, but it does make you wonder if there's more to it,
Yeah.
This is OpenAI we're talking about. They're walking this line between, well, being a cutting-edge research lab.
And a tech giant raking in the big bucks.
Exactly. And it's been fascinating to watch, right? I mean, remember when they first came on the scene? It was all about AI for good, pushing the boundaries of what's possible, changing the world.
Now you've got rumors about Sam Altman, their CEO, potentially with a $10.5 billion stake in the company. That's a lot of potential focus on profit,
For sure. So it does make you wonder, are things shifting? Is this OpenAI growing up or maybe selling out a little?
And the thing is, this isn't just about one company, right? What OpenAI does, it kind of ripples through the whole AI world.
Absolutely. They've been leading the charge, setting the pace. So if they're moving in a more commercial direction, does that mean everyone else follows?
Right. Like, is groundbreaking research going to take a back seat to, I don't know, developing the next big viral filter or something?
That's the question, isn't it? And it's a big one.
Yeah.
Because it gets to the heart of what we want AI to be. What should it be?
And speaking of big questions and maybe a few uncomfortable ones, OpenAI's had some shakeups this week, haven't they?
That they have. And pretty high-level ones, too.
CTO's gone, chief research officer out, even a VP jumped ship.
Yeah.
Not exactly sending the message of a happy ship, are they?
It's definitely raised some eyebrows, and it kind of adds fuel to the fire, right? Because if the people at the top, the ones who've been there from the start, if they're leaving,
it makes you think twice about what's going on behind the curtain.
Yeah. Like, is this just normal growing pains for a company this size? Or is there something more fundamental at play here? Is there a disagreement about the direction? A clash of visions, maybe?
It's kind of like watching a band you loved go from playing small clubs to selling out stadiums, You start to wonder, are they still the same people making music for the love of it? Or has something changed?
It's a good analogy. And the stakes are high. Because with OpenAI, we're not just talking about music, we're talking about technology that has the potential to reshape the world as we know it. So, yeah, people are paying attention. And they probably should be.
So we've got OpenAI maybe entering their corporate phase, figuring things out. But the thing is, while they're doing that, other companies, they're not exactly standing still, are they?
Not at all. In fact, things are moving faster than ever. It's kind of mind-blowing, really.
It's like everyone and their dog's got an AI project going on these days. And some of this stuff, I'll be honest, it's straight out of a sci-fi movie.
You're not wrong. The pace of development is incredible. Every day there seems to be some new breakthrough.
Like Alibaba, right? They've got this new thing, Nemo. And those old face swap apps?
Oh, yeah, those were fun. For a minute, at least.
This makes those look like, well, like a kid's finger painting compared to the Mona Lisa. We're talking full body swapping here. And I don't just mean pasting a head on a different body. This is seamless. You can be in the middle of a martial arts fight doing backflips, and it still looks real.
And it's not just the visuals. The way they're integrating AI is pretty remarkable. It's a game changer. Seriously, think about it. Actors doing their own stunts, historical reenactments with incredible realism.
And it's not just Alibaba. ByteDance, the company behind TikTok, they're jumping in the ring too, Seaweed, Pixel Dance, they've got their own AI video tools in the works.
It's like everyone's sensing this shift, this huge wave of AI-powered video creation that's about to break. And they all want to be on top when it does.
It's like, remember when you needed like a whole crew and $1 million to make something that looked halfway decent? Those days might be over.
It's true. The barriers to entry for video creation are getting lower all the time. And that's exciting, right? It means more voices can be heard, more stories can be told.
More cat videos in 4K.
Hey, don't underestimate the power of a good cat video. But you're right, this has the potential to be much bigger than just viral content. We could be talking about a whole new wave of independent filmmakers, artists, educators.
Imagine the documentaries, the indie films, even like home movies, but like next level.
It'll be interesting to see where this all goes. And speaking of interesting,
I was reading about this TXGNN model, and apparently it's doing some pretty incredible things with rare diseases.
yeah, the TXGNN model is a perfect example of how AI can be used to tackle some of the world's toughest challenges. Basically, it uses AI to analyze massive data sets of information about different drugs and diseases, looking for potential connections that human researchers might miss.
So instead of starting from scratch every time, they're essentially teaching AI to repurpose existing drugs.
Exactly. Drug repurposing is a game changer because it's much faster and cheaper than traditional drug development.
Wow. Okay, that's huge, especially for people with rare diseases, right? Where there's not always a lot of funding or research going on.
Absolutely. The potential impact here is enormous.
It feels like every day there's a new headline, and it makes you wonder, what are we going to do? Are we all going to be out of a job in 5 years?
I think it's more nuanced than that.
Nuanced? How? You're not going to tell me my job's safe, are you?
Well, maybe. But seriously, I think we're going to see AI change the nature of work, not necessarily eliminate it entirely.
Okay, so more like AI becomes the new assistant, not the replacement.
Something like that. It'll free us up to focus on the things that humans are uniquely good at: creativity, critical thinking, problem solving.
Hopefully those skills are still in demand in the AI future, right?
I'd say so. In fact, I think they'll be more important than ever. Because as AI becomes more powerful, we need to be able to understand it, to guide it, to make sure it's being used ethically and responsibly.
Which, let's be honest, is a whole other can of worms, right?
It is. And it's a conversation we need to be having now, not later. Because the choices we make today about how we develop and deploy AI, they're going to have huge implications down the road, not just for us, but for future generations.
So what you're saying is it's not just about the cool tech anymore, it's about the big picture.
Exactly. It's about asking ourselves the tough questions. What kind of world do we want to create with this technology? What are the potential risks, and how do we mitigate them? What are the ethical considerations? These are big questions, but they're questions we can't afford to ignore.
It's a lot to think about, that's for sure. But hey, that's what we're here for, right? To dive into these complex topics, explore the different angles, and hopefully come out a little bit wiser on the other side.
Exactly. And hopefully inspire our listeners to do the same. Because these aren't just abstract ideas. This stuff is impacting our lives right now, and it's only going to become more prevalent in the years to come.
So to wrap things up, what's the one big takeaway you hope people walk away with today?
That's a tough one. But I think the biggest thing is this. AI is here to stay. It's not going away. So let's embrace the possibilities, but let's also be mindful of the potential pitfalls.
Beautifully said. And on that note, I think it's time for us to power down for today. But hey, the conversation doesn't have to end here. What did you think of this week's AI news? Are you excited about the future of AI or a little bit terrified? Maybe both. Let us know. We're always up for a good digital debate. Until next time, keep your minds curious and stay tuned for more deep dives into the world's most fascinating topics.
Thanks for joining us on Real Talk with AI News Edition. If you enjoyed this episode, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more AI-generated content inspired by the cutting edge of YouTube's AI scene. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more journeys into the mind of the machine.